So today we're going to talk about Dillard and Clark, and we're going to talk about their first album, The Fantastic Expedition of Dillard and Clark.
Yeah.
And we both have this album, and it's actually a twofer, but we're going to just talk about their first album. It was recorded in 1968 and came out about 3 months after Sweetheart of the Rodeo.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
And Gene Clark, of course, was in the Byrds. And the Dillards, they were
a bluegrass band, and they were very, very prominent, very popular band. Doug Dillard, of course,
banjo,
guitar, vocals.
right.
Probably plays numerous stringed instruments,
Oh, yeah.
but definite talent.
Musical family, obviously.
Yeah.
They were on the Andy Griffith Show as the Darling family.
That's right.
And then one of the characters, the father, who was a character, he wasn't one of the Dillards, but he played a jug, I remember.
That's right.
Ooh,
Yeah. We're going back in time now, back to my childhood
Yeah,
for sure.
really, yeah, for sure.
Although this album is over 50 years old, it still
Yeah.
holds ground today, I find.
We were
you
just
know.
talking about that because I never really heard this album until about 5 months ago. I knew about it. I just never ever bought it or never.
Well, yeah,
never,
it's strange
I never listened
because
to it.
as I was, always searching for music,
Yeah, me too.
and you had actually turned me on to Gene Clark,
Right.
being the big Byrds
fan,
aficionado that you are.
Yeah.
And so I started doing a little research on him, and came across this time and again, and the cover just didn't seem to
I know.
depict
I know.
the type of music that I thought I was looking for.
I was just going to say that cover is like it's kind of strange.
It is.
When you think about the kind of music that's involved
that
here.
they're playing.
And they got like 50s style
That's right.
biker hats
That's
on.
right. It looks like Rebel Without a Cause.
Without a Cause, yeah. And I thought, wow, that's, but hey, that doesn't...
But if you look at them, they're certainly smiling and laughing
They're
and having a good time.
Yeah,
exactly.
sidecar.
Right on. Which I can relate to because I had one at one
exactly.
time.
I knew that.
Yeah. So, anyways, I got this, and I think I got it just before you got yours.
Just like, yeah.
And fell in love with it immediately.
Yeah, me too.
Just a double CD, double album, and I like it. I like both of them.
Yeah.
The first one, and I believe these are the only two albums these guys did.
Yeah.
And
I think Gene Clark from what I was reading, got disillusioned after they made the second one because they were going more bluegrass.
Yeah.
And he wasn't into
that would
totally
be
into
that'd
the
be
bluegrass.
Dillard pulling him, I suppose. Doug
his
Dillard
wife,
pulling him.
or his girlfriend
Okay.
came in. She
Right.
sang a song on the second album.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he just wasn't totally into bluegrass. But the first album here, there's 9 songs on it, and Gene Clark had a writing hand in 8 of them.
Yeah.
And Bernie Leadon, who would go on to play with
The Eagles.
both the Eagles and the Flying Burrito Brothers
And the Burritos,
for an album.
Yeah.
He co-wrote 5 or 6
Yeah, one,
songs.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 I see here that he
And
co-wrote.
Dillard co-wrote 4. So it's really a singer-song or a songwriter album.
Yes, it is.
Because
yeah.
all the songs are original except for a cover of "Get On, Brother" by Lester Flatt.
Yeah.
And that's obviously more of a
Probably Dillard pulled that one in, and they would have done, and they do their own rendition of it.
That's good.
And
I enjoy it.
Absolutely
Fits right in.
Absolutely, the whole album leaves you feeling full, right from out on the side to the very last song, "Something's Wrong."
Yeah.
No doubt we all have favorites on there.
Well, Train Leaves Here This Morning, of course, became the Eagles recorded that in '72, I believe.
Around there.
And it was co-written by Bernie Leadon.
Yeah.
And he also plays guitar on this, and Chris Hillman plays mandolin.
Mandolin, yeah.
So there's a connection to the Byrds, to the Eagles, to Flying Burritos.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize Bernie Leadon sort of went back that far, especially that song.
Yeah.
When I first heard it,
I didn't either, actually.
I was like, oh, I didn't look at the credits, and I thought, oh, Jesus, and it's really close to the same arrangement that the Eagles did it.
That's right, yeah.
So
on this one, there is, I've got on another Clark album a version of it, and it's considerably different.
you were saying that.
Yeah. But this one here definitely falls in the same vein as
Yeah, it's
the
like,
way the Eagles
it was
recorded
like, oh,
it.
Jesus, I know that song.
Great song. I
And
love.
we used to play it.
Yes, I love
We
that song.
played it for
I
a while.
love that
We
song.
covered that song for a while.
In fact, I have an old songbook that I found recently, and I've got the lyrics written
Oh, is that
out.
right?
I remember.
That's a great song.
Yes. And I like number 5. It's kind of a special, With Care from Someone.
That is
really,
a good song. It has
that's
it has
beautiful
a nice flow
feel
to it.
to it. And there is a video of that on YouTube.
Is there?
And there's a nice video that flows along with this song, and it's
Okay.
well worth watching, yeah.
I find that Gene Clark really has a haunting quality to his voice, and I was thinking that, especially from the opening song, Out on the...
Out on the side.
it's just like,
Yeah.
there's a haunting feel that draws you, sucks you right into the,
Yeah.
to the song.
He's got some heart and soul on
Yeah.
everything he does,
I
it seems,
I find him really... and he wrote way more songs than I thought he did.
Oh,
I
yeah.
started reading about him more. I had the first 2 Birds albums, and I totally wore those out.
Yeah.
And he wrote quite a few songs on those.
On those.
And I guess the other Birds kind of resented him a bit because he was getting royalties.
And they were, I see.
And because they weren't writing at
Right,
that
well,
time.
that would make sense, yeah.
And he was, and
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
But he didn't like the tour, and he kind of shot himself in the foot.
Yeah, he was sort of a bit of an introvert in a way.
Yeah.
And from what I understand about him, reading a little bit, that everybody respected him, liked him,
For sure.
admired him,
Yeah.
but no one ever really knew him that well. You know, he didn't.
He had drug or drinking
well,
problems.
he had
alcohol,
abuse problems.
the usual
yeah.
kind of bullshit
Yeah.
that comes with
And unfortunately, another great singer, writer, who passed away early in life,
46.
46.
Yeah.
His singing, you know, on the another album that I have of his, the what's it called? Anyways, he's got a voice that's it's quite smooth. He could have been a crooner if he would have went that way or something.
Well, he wrote a lot of ballads.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he could probably, but a lot of his songs are ballads.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
slower. You know, they're not
That
rock and
whole
roll.
that whole White Album is all slow,
Yeah.
very
And
mellow.
we should talk about that. The style of music here
Yeah,
is really not rock and roll. It's more what they call Americana now, but it's like folk,
yeah,
bluegrass,
yeah,
and country,
yeah.
all
yeah,
mixed in, and
yeah.
you can't really pick one out definitely.
No, they all interweave.
It's all blended.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So-
Definitely an album worth listening to.
Absolutely.
And if you have a bent towards a country or you know, that sort of a
That
bluegrassy,
Americana or whatever.
you'll want this.
Yeah.
You've got to have this album.
So
Yeah.
that's a little bit on the fantastic expedition of Dillard and Clark, and featuring Doug Dillard and Gene Clark.
Right on.
So that's a little bit of music talk from today, from Mike and Arden.
At the
So
shack.
At the shack, yeah. What did we used to call it?
The Shack Shack?
The Shack Shack. Yeah. Live from the Shack Shack.
Something like
we
that.
recorded a lot of music in here
Yeah,
from practices
yeah.
and stuff. So.
Great.
Oh,
That's good. Yeah.
That's